Hey, I am just doing a quick analysis on Roku. I've never traded Roku before, and it was so random that I'm even looking at it right now, of all the stocks to look at. So I am starting on the monthly, which is where I like to start when I'm looking at a stock. And I see that Roku has really just been consolidating along the 10 SMA. The 10 SMA is what I use to gauge whether the overall trend of a stock is bullish or bearish. And I mean, oh my goodness, look at where Roku came from. Can you even believe that at one point this thing was trading at 490? Like, what in the world? And now it's down here at 60. So, since September 2021, Roku has been trading below the 10 SMA. And let me see, a couple months ago, back in March, it actually opened above the 10 SMA, and it held above in March, but then it pulled back for April, and then May it was still below it. So what I'm looking at now for June is that we opened right on the 10 SMA and we are still above it, even though there's been a pretty significant pullback here. I'm just kind of curious to see what will happen next month. Um, I want to see if July can at least hold above June's candle, and if it can open above the 10 SMA. Because what I've noticed with a lot of stocks is that when they can open above and hold the 10 SMA, that they move up. So here you can see it here, and then you can also see it here. Now, in this month, it didn't open above, but it did move significantly above it. And then the following month opened above that month's candle. And then look, I mean, come on. So obviously, a lot of this was driven by pandemic and people staying home and all that. But still, you can see it on other charts as well. So right now, Roku is not doing a whole lot, but I just want to keep an eye on it. I do see a little bit of a bull flag here. Um, and then this month, June, is giving that breakout from there. And then also, I just did chart a few other levels that I want to keep an eye on. Um, I'm going to just remove that one for now. But I did put some resistance here because obviously these last months have been holding resistance pretty well, right at about 65, 66. And then I also added some resistance here. Um, and I believe it's clearer on the weekly why I added here. But I also want to just add a few more zones. So this stands out to me how we've been kind of holding this 56 area right here. Um, as support. So we had support here, kind of wrote the line there, support there, resistance there, support. All of these months we've held as support. So that stands out to me. And then I also noticed this level here on the monthly, this double top that we got here. So we got the double top there, which also lines up with this, um, I'm sorry, this candle there. So that's a level of resistance that I would just be keeping an eye on as well. And then also, and this chart is just is so choppy right here. Roku has not really been doing anything, but it just makes me curious if the consolidation is setting up for a bigger move. I don't want to add another line because I already have this support, I'm sorry, this resistance charted here. But if I were to pull it back, you would see how it lines right up with these candles here that were support. So Roku really does need to get above this 66 level, hold it as support in order to move up higher. It did get the push up here and it rejected. So that's something to pay attention to. But just because it rejected once doesn't mean that it's not going to make another attempt. So I'm going to move over to the weekly, and I am just kind of um, taking a look here. So the house just got so loud while I'm recording. Oh my goodness. But yes.
So, Yaya's here.
Yeah. So cool. So I don't know. I don't think this is worth charting. I don't think this is worth charting at all because Roku is not ready for a move yet. Not the kind of move that I'm looking for. It's just not quite there yet. So for me, I'm just gonna keep an eye on it. I'm gonna set alerts and see if it's gonna be ready to move. And so this is one alert that I'm gonna set here. Um, Watch for hold here, resistance into support. And then if we can get that break of support or resistance turning into support, that is something that I would be interested in. Right now, I just don't think Roku is ready for, it's not ready to play yet. So it's just something that I'm watching. Now, I did chart resistance, but I didn't chart any support. So let me go back. Oh, I did. I did. So I did chart some support right here. I think I want to just make it green just for my own visual sake. So I would like to see if we can just continue to hold here. To me, this is like Roku setting up, potentially just setting up a base so that it can move higher. So I want to see if it can continue to hold here and can continue to hold this breakout that it got. And then going over here, I just want to see if there's anything else that's kind of standing out to me because I don't really see anything yet. I think first step is get over this level. Another thing that I noticed on Roku is that just this past week, it did get it wasn't an upgrade, it was just a reiteration of a previous analyst rating to buy. Price target increased to 80. So I think that's good news. I think that's great news, and I think that can help the stock for sure. And yeah, I just want to see if Roku can give any other signs of strength that it wants to do something. I mean, look at this price action. This is absolute trash. Look at this. It's only been moving like $2-3 a day. This is like extremely frustrating. So you can't trade this. I mean, I wouldn't trade this. I don't trade this. But I think that clearly Roku has been on a downtrend here. Christian, can you stop? Clearly on a downtrend. It needs to break out. It's just consolidating. It's not ready for a move. So I'd like to see a big green candle that's showing that it's trying to change directions, and then some confirmation, hopefully to get the push higher. And then I would be looking maybe at some calls that are at least a couple of weeks out. So that's my analysis, my loud analysis on Roku. Let me know what you're thinking.